All right. What are we starting with?
All right, we are starting with drunk driving.
Drunk driving.
How bad on the tier list do you think drunk driving is? At the top, we have
Okay.
excellent, then we have solid, then shut in, then a piece of shit, and straight to hell.
To be so honest,
Yeah?
trying to think here. I don't I don't necessarily think that drunk drivers are bad simply because they're just
To
making
me,
like
if you're caught, you're bad.
I
Clearly, you're
still
doing it wrong.
even if you're caught, I don't think you're a bad person. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly, they were just
I
having fun.
Yeah, they were just having fun. They were just doing their own little thing. Honestly, I wouldn't put them at the top because yeah, you're drunk driving. But
Yeah, obviously, it's kind of bad. I don't think anything
yeah,
on
it's
this list is gonna reach excellent. That's
I don't
yeah.
know. I have a few there. I've thought of a few,
You got a
but
few
no.
that are calling your name.
I would put drunk driver at solid. At least that's just me. I don't know about your
Okay,
opinions yet.
yeah, I don't think it's like bad. Like I don't think it's like straight to hell, like you're fucking evil. But like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's good. You know?
Well, I guess it depends on where you're at and what you're doing. But if we're taking it in like the context that you're like on a road, like in like a town or something, like and there's people
To
that you could
me, it
hit.
depends on how populated, like how
Yeah.
densely populated the area is. Because
Like
if
if you're out
like,
in the middle of the country and
yeah,
there's
if
no one there, yeah, you're
yeah,
good.
yeah, I don't think like it's too bad.
But if you
But
pull like a Jay Schlatt and like slam into a car, like come
yeah,
on, man, like
it,
man, come
at
on,
least be
man.
responsible enough to know if your place is like populated. You know? But
I
yeah,
I,
I
I can get
agree
down
that
with
it
that.
should go to solid.
Yeah. Solid is pretty good for that one.
All right, next after that one, we got just your average thief. So like a purse snatcher.
A purse snatcher.
Yeah.
So a dude who gonna come up and steal your dog. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna
All
pick up your
right.
yeah. They're gonna pick up your dog and take it.
Okay. Um.
Honestly, that's bad, but I don't think it's like shut in. I don't think it's like that bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's one of those like
Compared to
you
the
need to
other stuff
be.
on this list, it's pretty tame. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was about to say I think it's kind of harmless. Because I mean, when have you actually ran into a thief? Like
Also, they're
I
becoming a
understand.
lot less now. Like it's kind of more, it's less serious than like a mugging. You know,
Yeah.
like at least they have a weapon at that point. Like just a normal like
Where
purse snatcher, they're just gonna take your bag and run.
see think like Africa, right? You know those dudes like they'll just run up and take your phone. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that. It's harmless. Like yeah, you lost your phone or you lost your purse,
But your
but
life
it's
isn't in danger.
harmless. Yeah, it's harmless. Honestly, I would put that at excellent because I don't think you're harming nobody.
Yeah,
You're
okay,
taking something.
yeah, that's a good point because at least drunk driving, you could take your own life or
Take someone
potentially
else's.
harm or worse somebody
Yeah.
else's.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I think that should go in excellent as well. Well, not as well, but you know.
It should go in excellent. I can get down with that.
Okay, next
What's the
we have
next lineup?
arsonist.
Arsonist.
Yeah, pretty big jump.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Arsonist.
Once again, I feel like it depends on the place they're burning.
Okay. I kind of want to put him in like piece of shit. And
Yeah,
hear me out.
that's
Hear me
fair.
out. Because if they set fire to something like woods, right? And like the woods are really dry, they're gonna start like a massive forest fire, right?
Yeah, that's very
And that
true.
that kills so many animals. Like fuck the insects, let them die. But that kills so many animals, kills all the tree. It kills everything over there. That's just bad. It destroys houses, properties, all of it. Now, if you like destroy a pharmacy, like fuck that pharmacy. But I don't know. I guess like the conflict in me is that they can destroy like massive populated areas, not for humans, but for like natural creatures type shit.
I feel like
I
we're
don't like
basing
that.
this off of like, the middle of the road type. So it's not like for all of these, I feel like it should be like it's not densely populated, but it's not like nothing there. Like I feel like this like for arsonists, obviously it should be like a house,
A house, okay.
like your average two-story house, I guess you could say.
Ah,
Like four, 4 or 5 bedrooms.
4 or 5 bedrooms. I would. I'd put them in shut-in. Yeah, I'd put them in shut-in in that category.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
shut them in. You know, they're useless as fuck. Get rid of them.
They are
I don't want to
pretty
ever see them.
bad. Like they're a lot worse
Yeah,
than a fucking drunk driver, obviously, but I don't
yeah.
think like it's as bad as.
The malicious intent to want to burn down something and that being a house. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like you're not a piece of shit. I mean, like, I like watching stuff burn, but come on, man, you gonna burn down a house? Yeah, I'd put them in shut-in. They just need to like
It's
disappear.
definitely that would definitely go to like piece of shit or like straight to hell if you know somebody's in the house. If you know
Yeah,
someone's in the house,
true.
that's evil. That's like beyond evil.
Yeah, that's like a really shitty way to go out too.
All right, next we got Somalian pirates.
Somalian pirates.
Yeah.
Nah, hear me out. I
Mhm.
think they should go excellent.
Oh,
And
I don't
and
know
just
about that
just
one. I could
just
debate you.
just hear my stance. Just hear my stance. Just hear my stance.
Yeah.
Right? Because now think about where they live, right? Now, and I'm not too educated on where they live. However, what I'm envisioning, right, is they're living in like grass and dirt, like huts, right,
Yeah.
with AKs, of course. So
Clearly, they're
yeah,
advanced enough to have AKs.
they're advanced enough to have AKs, but they're doing it to like feed themselves, make some money and feed their family,
I don't think
maybe do
that
some
justifies
lucrative
this though.
stuff. I think that just, I mean, no, no, no. Now they'll get on the boat and they'll take everybody hostage. Then they'll demand a ransom. Now the amount of times that like SEAL Team 6 rolls up and wipes all the Somali pirates, I think it's a
But
good
there's
return.
plenty of like times where they've actually
Killed
harmed
somebody.
or killed
Yeah,
someone, you know?
yeah, killed the entire
Like
crew.
I
This is
just because
true.
of that, even if it's just a few, I don't think it should go in excellent. It should at least go in like since someone's taking your life or at least putting your life in danger, I feel like it should go in shut in, just like arson. If we're putting that on arson, then I think it should at least go in arson or solid.
Okay, all right. I can see your stance on it.
Now, I'm not gonna say they're like terrible, because at least they have
They
a
have
purpose.
reason,
Yeah,
but
they have the reasons for what they're doing. At least
but
it's
the
not
I
like
guess I guess the fact that they have killed entire crews before, that says something about the
yeah.
Somali pirates. Yeah.
So do we
Okay.
agree that they're going in shut-in or solid? Which one?
Yeah, yeah, shut in.
Or should we just
It
make
would
a new
work in
tier to
shut
put
in.
them in between?
No, no, shut in. Yeah, he should go in shut in.
All right, above or below arsonist?
Definitely above. Yeah, definitely above arsonist.
Like evil wise or?
Yeah, more evil wise. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Okay,
like they're definitely worse.
next we got hackers. Like a
Hackers.
general well, yeah, a general hacker.
Okay, I was about to think like China, shutting down the entire power grid.
No,
Okay,
no, like
hackers.
malware, or like they're trying to steal your
Ooh,
money. I guess we could go with
nah.
that type of hacker, because that could seriously mess someone up.
Okay, okay. What's your thoughts on it?
Depending on how
I, I
like
s-
financially stable the person is, which off the example we're gonna go like
Middle of the road.
yeah, the middle of the road, they're like okay, but like if depending on how much they took out, it would really suck. It's not putting your life in danger, but that depending on if you have a family or not, that could set you up terribly. I
This
think
is true.
I think that should either go in shut in, not since it's not putting your life at risk. I think it should, it's more tame than the other two in there, but it's either that or it should go in solid. It's not
Nah,
excellent because that
nah,
sucks.
nah, no, no, no. Listen, I think they should go on piece of shit because,
Really?
but okay, okay. Think about how mad you get whenever you like forget your password to something, right? And that's on you. You forgot your password, okay? And then you can't get into like let's say Roblox, right? You can't get into your Roblox account that you've had for years because you forgot your password and like you don't have your email, so you can't make
Yeah,
a new
that happened to
password.
me the other
Okay.
day. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So you get really frustrated at that. Now imagine you realize that it was actually a hacker that did it. You know the amount like of rage you would have because that motherfucker, that piece of shit, took
That-
away your account.
That's kind of on you for putting a bad password though.
That's true. But still, like,
They're
I'm not,
still a piece of shit. I'm not trying to justify
they're a
it.
piece of shit.
They're still
Yeah,
a piece of shit for doing it, but
they're a piece of shit. I
just get a
really
better
do think
password.
so. True, but I mean, like, sometimes if they can hack into like your bank shit,
Okay, yeah, that's different. That's a lot more serious
yeah.
than a
See,
Roblox
like,
account.
it's secure, you know. Well, I mean, like, Roblox account was like an example.
Yeah,
But, like,
yeah,
if they can break into your financial stuff with your bank and take your money, you know, that's a piece of shit, man. They're robbing you. You're basically getting robbed. They're a piece of shit. I generally think they're a piece of shit. If anything, really, really, really like deep down on the scale of what is it? Middle of the road on the tier list?
yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, shut in. I think they're really deep down on shut in, if anything. That's the highest I
cool.
put them.
I'm cool with putting them in a piece of shit. I'm alright with that.
Yeah, no, I'd say put them in piece of shit.
Alright, our first person in piece of shit. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Alright, next we got carjackers.
Carjackers.
Now I'm gonna put you in a scenario. They got like they're stealing your generic ass car. Like you just got it though, right? But it's
Okay.
like a nice like 50K car or something.
Okay. So let's
So
just think like a Nissan.
Yeah, yeah, it's the brand new Nissan and it's pretty fucking nice.
Okay. Um. Nah. I'd put them in solid.
Put them in solid.
I'd put them in solid because you know damn well. I mean, even if they don't get caught, to have the balls to like run up to someone, yank them out their car, and take their shit
No.
to
Okay.
GTA them,
Let's say like it's nighttime, right? And like
and then they just pull up and steal your car.
yeah, so like you're asleep and they like break a window and just like hotwire your car or something. I don't know. But yeah, they just take off with their car. Like you're not there to defend it. That's
That
different if
kind
you
of-
were.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Because if you were there to defend it, you know, it's on you for being a bitch.
Yeah.
Getting slammed
Well,
by a
that depends
carjacker.
on if they're armed or not. Like if they have a gun.
Nah,
I
if they have
mean,
a gun, you
get
shouldn't
out.
have been caught lacking. Come on.
Yeah, get your
You
own.
should-
piece,
like,
you
like,
know?
come on, bro. Just get ready to shoot him with an RPG. Like you cannot lose your car.
Yeah, I feel like that one guy.
That's bad, man. Because you might lose your job because you couldn't get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
They might make an exception. I don't know. It depends on where the fuck you work.
I'd say shut in. Yeah, I'd say shut in. Like you gotta go.
Worse or better than the other two? Or just in the middle? I think it's slightly better than the other two because it's not actually putting your life in danger.
Yeah, it's not actually putting you in harm. Because I mean, if we're just going middle of the road, I do say you know they're just pulling up at night and
Also,
taking your car.
just to clarify, was the Somalian pirates above or below arsonist in danger?
Below. Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so they're alright, next we got meth head.
Meth head.
I don't know if we can say
Nah.
that, but
No, we can say that. You know,
Okay,
a
okay.
meth head, a drug addict.
yeah, let's just say
Um,
that. Let's generalize it. It's a drug addict, yeah.
Yeah, drug addict. Wow. Not to be honest, I really. Now, and whenever I say drug addicts here, I'm not talking about weed. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
This
not
is-
counting that as like,
Yeah, we're talking like hard drugs. So if anyone is watching this
yeah.
and they're doing hard drugs, I'm talking to you. But
Yeah, you're going on the tier list next.
So take that. Whatchamacallit? I honestly would put them in piece of shit or very bottom. Because I hate them.
To hell?
I have like a deep disdain. Yeah, I would put them straight to
Really?
hell. Yes.
But
I would
that's
put them
just
straight to hell.
personal hatred though.
This is biased personal hatred. But
Yeah,
let's be
I don't-
honest.
Look,
Let's be honest.
I don't like them. I don't like them more than any other person. But like, you're being pretty biased about it. I
I'm
hate
being
them
really
too.
biased.
But I think as a general perspective, I think
Okay.
they're
Go ahead.
not like. It depends on what they're trying to do to you. You know, like if they're actually have a knife and they're trying to get your money for drug money, like. That's pretty bad. We're gonna have to pull out our side piece and do something about that. But
Give me your money or I'm gonna gut you like a fish. Yeah, no, fuck you. You're about to get blown away, pal.
Yeah, let me pull out my flintlock.
I don't know, man. I really would put them straight to hell. Just because, like, think about it, right? They mope around. They look like shit.
They really
You
do
know,
ruin like a place's
they
value,
yeah,
you know?
they ruin areas that kind of make you feel unsafe because you know they're tweaking. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do? They gonna run over here and start biting you off and shit. They gonna start biting you. Like, I don't like that.
I don't want
Man,
rabies,
stay away from
pal.
me. Yeah, stay the fuck away from me. You don't know what they're on. They always look like shit. They smell like shit. I ain't talking about the homeless. I'm talking about like a meth head,
Yeah, at least a
nasty
homeless has
people.
like a reason to be on the street, you know?
Yeah,
Like
the homeless, like,
that's
they're chilling.
reasonable.
I don't. That's why we didn't put them on the tier list. I don't think they're a crime. They're chilling. They're doing their thing.
Yeah, they're not
However, a
crime or
meth
evil.
head or like just a general like hard drug user, I don't know, man. It might just be a personal hatred. But
I think
if
okay,
you,
now hear me out. I think they should go in solid too, just for the fact that since how we put drunk driving, that's abusing, alcohol. That's kind
yes.
of the exact same thing that they're doing. Because we're not putting it in the scenario that they have a weapon. If they have a weapon, I think they should go and shut in, like pretty bottom shut in. But still,
Wow.
because they're not like inherently like trying to kill you. I mean, they might
Okay.
bite you. I don't know, but like still, I'd rather get bit than get shot by an
Shanked to death.
AK.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
get
yeah,
Somali'd.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Maybe mine's just bias. I'll butt out of that one. Let's put it in solid because I just
Alright.
hate them to death. But yeah, hopefully there aren't any
Alright,
heavy
next
drug
next we
users,
got war criminals.
war criminals.
Now the picture isn't to offend anybody, by the way. None of these pictures are. Please take it with a grain of salt.
We just had to find, a war criminal. Um,
Alright, buddy.
anyway,
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 next subject.
um, war
Alright, it
criminals.
depends on the war crime. Or have they committed multiple?
I say let's just do a war crime, and let's say like,
They killed the medic. No, I'm joking. That's pretty tame.
no, no,
That's
no, no,
pretty
no,
tame.
no, no. Yeah, that is pretty tame. That happens all the damn time. Let's say they played dead, right?
Oh, and shot another person. Yeah.
Yeah, and shot another person. Like whenever they passed, they got up and shot them. That's what I'd say. Because I mean that is a war crime. That is a war crime, and it's kind of a fucked up war crime. I mean, yeah, of course everyone's gonna play dead, but at least you'd play dead, long enough till
For
you're out
them
of
to
the issue.
pass. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of just jumping up and
Yeah, at
shooting the
least you're
dude in
not
the
getting like
back.
a cheeky shot. Like that.
Yeah,
That's pretty fucked up. If you can take them on and like a fight, come on. That's just a pussy move.
yeah, this is a bitch move. I wouldn't put it in a piece of shit because you're not a piece of shit for that. I mean, I get it if you're scared for your life. Okay, I
Yeah, I've
understand.
never been put in this situation, so I don't know.
Yeah,
But still,
I I
I'd
can't
rather
really
just sit
say
there and play
anything.
dead. Because even if you do get up and let's say you kill one, the rest of the platoon will just turn around and firing squad you.
Yeah, they're just gonna be like, okay, this dude's
Like
still
that.
alive.
That's
Kill him.
worse. Yeah. And then they're just gonna shoot. Like you basically just ratted out everybody else that's playing dead. Come on, you really want to be that piece of shit?
Yeah, they're gonna find you in hell.
Yeah, they're
It's
gonna
what's gonna
find you
happen.
and jump you in hell.
No, I would put them shut in, 'cause it's a fucked up thing to
Alright,
do.
how far
Now,
down is shut in?
top of shut in. I don't think
You wanna
they're
you
the
wanna put them
worst.
above carjacker? Like you think they're
Yeah,
more okay than
yeah,
carjacker?
yeah, because like they're already in war, they're kind of expected to kill
I
people,
guess you gotta do
and
what you gotta do though. Yeah,
you
I guess
gotta,
that makes
yeah, you
sense.
gotta do what you gotta do. I don't think it's excellent or solid by any means. Like you're still kind of fucked up for doing that, but
Yeah,
you know, that's my stance. That's my stance.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with putting them in shut in.
Okay, I'm down with that one.
All
What's
right,
the next?
next we got racist.
A racist.
And just for the hell of it, let's just like they're hardcore racist. Like,
Oh shit.
yeah, they're like kill someone of that race. Not gonna specify
Okay.
what race, but we're just gonna say that race.
Okay. We can't say mustache man or anything like that. We can't say that.
Yeah, no, not him, not him. Otherwise,
Yeah, not. Yeah.
he should be on the next one. He should be on the next one.
Yeah, he should be on the next tier list. Worst,
Yeah.
worst dictators. We should do that next.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. Uh,
I
a
think they're a piece of
racist.
shit. If they're like actually that evil that they're gonna kill someone of that race that they don't like, oh
So they're that close-minded. That's what you're saying.
yeah, like you can't change their mind. That's my
Hmm.
opinions on it. I think they should go like they're like bottom of piece of shit. Like They're borderline
Yeah, I
going straight
don't.
to hell.
Now this might sound really fucked up, but I don't think we should put them in uh in straight to hell.
No. I'm not saying straight to hell. I'm saying bottom of piece of shit. Like they should be in straight to hell, but there's a lot worse on this tier list, guys. I'm not gonna hold you.
Um, I mean, it's kind of fucked up. I mean, like no matter what anyone says, I mean, you kind of understand it. I mean, it's racism. However, I don't. If you're willing to kill them, though, that's what's getting me stuck on if we should put them
Like,
straight to hell
okay,
or not.
if it was just they didn't like them, yeah, that's pretty messed up just because of their skin color. But like, come on. But
I mean,
actually
I'd
willing
still
to
put them in
kill
solid.
them?
I'd still put them in solid.
Still, even
I'm
though
so
they're
serious.
willing to kill
Like,
someone?
No. If it came down to them like just not liking, right?
Oh, okay.
They're not
If
harming
they didn't-
anybody.
okay.
Yeah, they might be an asshole, but they're not harming anybody. They just have
Like
their own shitty
if they're
opinions.
saying just comments about somebody, yeah, that's pretty messed up. But that's not harming anybody.
Yeah, you can move past that. Like you can
Yeah.
get the fuck over it. But you know, but the fact that they're willing to kill somebody,
That's I
Yeah,
wanted
that's-
to put a little spice on it, you know.
yeah, that's the part that's making me think like they should go straight to hell because they're willing to just kill. Now, I'm not specifying any race, but they're willing to kill different races just because they just don't like them. Yeah, I think they should go straight to hell.
Really?
Now, if it was a different scenario, then that would be
depending
different.
on the scenario, they could definitely move. They could definitely
Yeah.
be moved. All right,
But
next
no,
we
in
got
that,
police brutality. Sorry for cutting you off. You can continue.
no, you're good. Police brutality. Okay. We're not talking about races. We're not talking. We're done. We're done with
no,
races.
This is just cops are killing people.
Okay. This is just cops going around dropping everybody.
Well, okay, are we specifying they're killing or they're just beating beyond recognition?
They're just beating them beyond recognition.
Okay. So we're backing up from like death.
Yeah. So. Um. I mean, it's not tame. That's really
Oh yeah,
not
no,
tame.
it's really not tame. Like if you're beating them beyond recognition, like broken bones and all that. Ooh.
Even though they're not even a threat, and you know it.
Yeah, like it's that
I mean,
happens. It happens a lot, but it's really
Yeah.
messed up.
I feel like at a certain point they gotta have pleasure in it.
Yeah, at a certain point, they definitely gotta enjoy it.
Yeah,
They
because
have
if the
like
person,
some sixth sense about it, bro.
yeah, they're weird. Because if you're just willing to, gang up on somebody and they're just not armed, they're not causing an issue. Like they may have been causing an issue, but to go that deep, to pull out your baton and beat them almost to death, that's really fucked
By
up.
the way, this is just a one-on-one. It's not like a group of cops. I
Oh,
know the
okay.
picture is
I was about to
misleading,
say,
but it's just one person specifically hating another person in the car, and they want to beat them.
yeah, no, I'd go to piece of shit. Because if they're willing to just beat the fuck out of them,
Above or below hacker? Like are they more
below.
evil?
They're more evil.
All right, yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Because if they're willing to do like malicious intent on a motherfucker just because, I don't know, they said they don't like their shoes, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, like, if there's just a bad cop and they just
It's
feel like
it's
doing
it's
it
power
that
tripping. It's power
Yeah,
tripping.
like,
'cause
if they-
you can't beat the cop. You can't beat his ass, or else you're gonna go to jail forever. Sucks to
Yeah.
be you. It's not like you can do anything.
Like it's dead ass. Just if that cop had a bad day and they feel like taking it out on you, like if they're that type of person, you're in for it, and that sucks.
Yeah.
And it's really
because there's
messed
nothing you
up.
can do.
Yeah, because if
And
you
then
fight
most of the
back,
time-
then it's just gonna be worse for you.
The cop won't really get any sort of penalty.
Yeah, especially if they don't have their body cam on. If they don't have their
Yeah,
body cam on,
true.
there's no proof unless if you yourself recorded it, like with a dash
since
cam
they-
or something.
Since they have their own ability to turn on and turn off the dash cam. Yeah,
That's if they.
I
notice.
definitely. Yeah, that's if they notice. There's been plenty of cops that have just beat the fuck out of somebody.
Yeah,
and
they
the
didn't
dash cam
care.
was on
They
the
didn't care
entire
about
time.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh, what? That was on? Oh, no. It's
Oh, and then they just deny it in court. They're like, no, I didn't do that.
yeah,
But we
usually
have
the judge
proof
will be
right
like,
here
he
saying, no,
obviously,
he
he
framed me.
obviously didn't
That's
do
not
that.
me. That's not me. He's lying. You're gonna take
He's
his
lying.
word over me? I'm a cop. Come
It's
on. now.
AI.
Yeah.
It's AI.
It's AI generated.
It's AI generated. Come on, man. No,
No.
I'd say piece of shit. Piece of shit.
Yeah, below hacker. Like they're definitely worse than
Yeah.
a hacker.
Yeah.
All right, next we got bank robber. Now, let's say, is this a group of bank robbers or is it just one person going in And are
Always
they
a group.
okay? It's a group. Are they going
It's a
in
group.
and like shooting people or just taking hostages?
Taking hostages. I mean, when have you ever seen a bank just dudes run in and just start blasting every single person in there,
I don't
sending
know. They
grenade
might.
launchers through the windows,
They might like that. They roll up in a tank. They
just running in, killing everybody. They don't
okay.
give a fuck.
Okay, they take hostages. They're taking the money and shit too, right? But
Yes, of course.
are they bailing or are they wanting, money for the hostages?
I guess they're gonna try to bail because I mean, trying to do money for hostages can fuck you over real bad.
Okay. How big is the
Okay.
bank?
Um.
Like how much money is in the bank? Let's just say that.
Okay. Yeah. A couple million. Couple millions in the bank.
All right, yeah, that's a good starting point.
Yeah. A couple million. Um. The fact that they're going in there with all their weapons, whatever it might be, and holding people hostage. They're already putting everybody's life at harm and their own
Yeah. So I
in
think
harm's
that
way. My
that
bad.
automatically makes it go to shut-in, I think. Any
Yeah, it
any
automatically
like we're not
drops
done
it.
with the conversation, so it could go down. But I'm saying automatically because it's putting people in harm's way. I think that's shut-in.
I think that see, I don't think you're a piece of shit for wanting to rob a bank because obviously you have your own motives.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, I don't think you're a shut-in.
Yeah.
Even though, it drops you to it, I still don't think you're a shut-in for being a bank robber because how many people have fantasized about being a bank robber, right?
But
Now,
almost none
you
of
don't
them have actually done it.
well, true, but there are some that have done it.
Yeah.
But I don't think you go in there with the malicious intent, like, okay, I'm gonna shoot these motherfuckers if they don't listen to me. I think you're going in there for like, I need this money, I want this money, not I want to kill these stupid motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. I wouldn't put them in excellent, but I would put them in solid, low solid, just because.
So you think they're close to being shut in?
Yeah, I think they're close to being shut in. I don't think they are, but I think they're close.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
alright with that.
I would do a shut in.
Okay, as long as they're not like harming
Oh.
anybody, like anything like that, I think they're okay.
Well, I don't think I genuinely don't believe that there's any bank robber that wants to go into a bank just to harm the people.
They might just be a psychopath.
They might just be, but that's different. But that's different. That's different.
Yeah, that's also one of
We're
those
we're
guys.
just talking about like, you know, if what's his name? If Jesse Pinkman wanted to rob a bank, right? He isn't a serial killer or none. So, he just he just wants the money.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't think wanting to take someone's money is, horrible, okay? Especially that much. I don't think that's horrible.
All right. Yeah, I'm cool with that. All right. Next
Alright,
we
we'll see
got
myself.
a kidnapper.
Oh. Are we saying
Nah,
kidnappers and it doesn't matter who they're gonna kidnap them? Child,
no,
woman,
I'm
man.
gonna put you in another hypothetical, right?
Okay,
So
hypothetical.
you just left your kid in the car, and you're going to like the Dollar General or something, right?
Okay,
And
yeah.
while you're in there, somebody comes up to your car and they like break the window and just snatch your kid.
Hmm. And they're probably just gonna sell them, aren't they? They're just trying to make money and sell them.
Oh, that would be another good one. Yeah, that's child trafficking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, we
let's
should
go
have
with
did
that.
that.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Okay, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. So they're gonna traffic this child.
Yeah. I don't know how much a kid's
Yeah.
worth, but
Yeah. My kid's ugly. Okay. I think they should go to hell.
that is pretty fucked up. I do think they should go straight to hell.
Because you're kidnapping a child, you're taking them away from what they
Yeah, it's
know.
like a
Just think of
defensive child. Yeah, they don't know
yeah.
anything.
Just think of, the parents' grief that they just lost their child, the community's grief,
And
someone
they
was kidnapped.
constantly gotta, try to get their kid back, because
Yeah.
if you don't, you're fucked up. And you should go to
Everybody's
hell too.
involved. It's all over the place. Everyone knows about it. You know, like if it's a peaceful area, like a kidnapping is gonna go viral fast. Like everyone in town
Oh
is gonna
yeah,
start
like
getting
if it's not
suspicious.
common there, oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
if
gonna
it's not
spread
New
like
York.
wildfire.
Yeah. Um, fuck that city. But I genuinely would say that they should go straight to hell. Because I mean, like,
I don't think we
depending
should
on
do any ranking in, straight to hell.
straight to
Like,
hell. Yeah,
yeah,
fuck
they're
that.
all equally ass. Like, you should be straight to hell. It kind
Yeah,
of is the thingy.
some of these, it's gonna be really hard to rank them
Yeah, that's why
in
I'm
the
not.
straight to.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that. That's
Majority of
gonna
these
be
last ones are gonna go straight to hell. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, no, straight to hell. Fuck them.
All right,
Fuck a
next.
fucking kidnapper.
Next we have like a assassin. Or is it like a assassination attempt, like they failed, or just like an
No, no,
assassination?
no.
They
You're
hit
assassinating
their
people.
mark.
You're assassinating people. Like people hire you to take someone out.
Okay, so they hit their mark. You paid your money. You got what you wanted.
Yep.
All right.
Excellent. On God. Excellent. Put them right next one.
They're
They're just doing
doing
their
their
job.
job. They're doing their job.
They're
But
just
that's
doing their
pretty
job.
fucked up. You gotta be honest.
They're,
That's pretty fucked up.
it's pretty fucked up, but they're just doing their job. Most of the time, they're
They're
trying to take
putting
out
a
somebody who's
price,
like.
but they're putting a price on somebody's life. I get it. They're
I think
trying.
that's fair.
Shut the fuck up. They're trying to put a price on somebody's life, and like, I can't agree with you if they're a shitty person. Like, let's say they're like a corrupt politician, right?
Yeah.
They definitely should die.
They're
Like,
Putin.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
put $1 hit on his head. There you go. That's all I need to take him out. That's it.
Honestly, I don't know. I actually
Let's
would put
say
them in
let's say they're
excellent.
taking out somebody evil. I would put
Let's
them in
just
excellent then. Hell yeah.
okay. Let's just say they're being hired to take out someone. We don't know who. We don't know if they're a politician. Your neighbor. We don't know who.
I think that's solid now. I think it should go near bank robber.
Yeah. Yeah, because if it's not someone inherently evil or someone who's doing bad things, then just assassinating, like
Yeah, it's fucked up, but it's not like
yeah,
yeah,
just
straight to hell.
assassinating Jane next door, like come on, man. Yeah, no, I would do that. I would do that.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do solid.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
what's the next one?
Next, we got a pretty big jump. It's a school shooter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh guys, let's put him excellent. No, imagine.
Yeah, no, that's great, guys. No.
He's fine. He's fine.
No, let's say they
A
actually killed someone.
school.
Let's
Okay,
kill
a
someone.
school shooter. So it's not mass shooting. It's school shooting.
Yeah.
It's someone
yeah.
going in there with the intention to kill children.
Let's say they killed one. Not like a whole
One
classroom
child.
or anything, just one child. And they harmed a teacher
One
and another child.
gymnasium. Okay, they harmed a teacher and a child, and then they killed someone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna tiptoe here, right?
Yeah.
And this might sound bad. Okay.
A lot of your takes on here have been pretty questionable.
Okay. No, my takes are solid.
You were trying to put a assassin in excellent. Come on, dude.
my takes are solid. Okay, listen. I would put them in piece of shit.
Okay.
Okay. Let me justify my reasoning, because there's probably some people who are like, this sick fuck. So listen. I feel like most of the time, they're like mentally crazed or something along the lines. Like something has happened that breaks them, like their mental psyche. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think they're not all there. And at that point, you know, if you were crazy, would you know what you were like?
Well, I mean,
Come
it
on.
depends on the mental illness I got. Like, let's say I had
No,
schizophrenia. Come on.
like, just saying. I mean,
they're
if you had
just
schizophrenia,
they're not all there. There you go.
they're not all there. And I mean, they're probably dealing with a whole bunch of issues. And then they're just like, yeah, I'm gonna take it out on these.
Like
They
their
did to-
home
they
life
did it
could
to
be bad
me.
too. Their home life could be terrible.
Yeah. So honestly, I wouldn't put them straight
They
to
have
hell
yeah,
because
just like we did with the Somalian pirates. They had a reason for what they're doing, right?
yeah. Which
Like,
I mean, this reason is kind of fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. Like we don't know how bad their home life could have been.
Okay. I can sympathize with them. Okay, that's my reasoning. I can sympathize with someone who's shooting up the place. Now we're gonna draw the line here, a thin line. Okay, like follow me here.
Yeah, paper thin.
Yeah, no, paper thin. Okay, don't go through this line. If the school shooter or the shooter is mentally crazed, was in this scenario, they're mentally crazed, I don't think they should go to hell because I can sympathize with that person. They're not all there. It's different if they had malicious intent, and just wanted to do it because
But
they
that
wanted
would
to
have been
kill
a mass
everybody.
shooting. Like that would have.
Yeah.
They went in there and they wanted to kill people.
Okay, see, there we go. All right, I'm glad my line has been drawn. No
I'm
one
cool with
slandered me for
putting
that.
it in piece of shit. Do you want it like closer to shut in, or do you want it closer to hell, or just in the middle?
In the middle. In the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, in the middle.
Oh, we got some bad ones next.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip these two for now. I'm sure the audience can tell what these two are. Maybe not this one, but this one y'all can definitely tell. This one, this one is gonna be. This one's a killer, right? Not
A
a
killer.
serial killer. Not a serial killer. Different. That's like multiple. That's like psychopathic.
Yeah, psychopathic. Okay. So we're just doing a
No,
normal
no, wait,
killer
wait. I'm
guy.
pretty sure these two were opposite. This one that we're talking about is the psychopathic killer. Do you want to do that one or just a serial killer?
Let's do the killer first.
Okay, yeah, we're doing.
Just,
Okay, serial killer.
yeah, serial killer. They just went through, they just killed a whole bunch of people. Okay. So, just again, got to draw a line. Serial killer as in they just went through and killed people? Didn't play with the
Yeah,
victims, didn't.
they
Okay.
they went
Yeah.
through and just shot them. That's it.
Okay. Um hmm. Silence says it all.
Yeah, it's really hard thinking on this one because like compared to the other ones, this one's definitely a step. I mean,
See,
okay, you can make the same argument for the assassin though. I'm not gonna lie. Like obviously it's a lot worse because they've killed a lot more and they're not being paid to
yeah.
do it. They're doing it because they're doing it. I think they should. I think they're a piece of shit for doing what they did. I don't think they should go
Low
straight
piece
to
of
hell
shit.
because they're not torturing their victims. They're not like actively in. Well, I mean, I don't know. They might enjoy it a little bit, but they're not like doing it because they want to see people die.
Okay. So they killed.
They're borderline straight to hell, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so they went through, they killed some people.
Let's say like 15. I know that's a pretty big.
15?
That's a okay. Okay. 8.
Okay.
8.
Damn.
8.
8. Okay.
If
they
it was
killed 8.
anything above 8, go straight to hell. Like that. I'm sorry, that was a pretty big jump.
15?
That's
Okay.
yeah. Okay, that's a lot of people now that I think about it.
They killed. That's a lot of lives. You were just like, yeah, fuck them. 8
No,
people.
I promise I value human life a lot more than that, but still.
Okay.
Let's
8
just say
people.
8.
8?
Yeah, 8.
Okay, 8. They've killed 8 people. Is there reasoning?
What would be a reason for a serial killer killing?
Um.
Because that's really hard to like
Okay,
justify
yeah.
the difference between a psychopathic killer and a serial killer because they both obviously have somewhat enjoyment from it. It's just one's a lot more, you know, weird than the other.
See, I know we said we wouldn't rank
No,
the
this it's.
final selection
I mean, we
if
can.
we, because my thing is I genuinely believe that the killers should go to the very top of straight to hell. Because I mean, you're going to hell. I'm
I
sorry.
thought you were about to say it goes excellent. Just straight to the top.
He goes excellent, guys. No, fuck that. He goes to the very top.
We can try to rank to hell if you want. Like
Okay, yeah, we can
later
try
on,
to
whenever
rank
they're all
hell.
there.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be like the ending tidbit. Okay. But he goes straight to hell. All right, that's just the facts.
All right, next, you ready?
Okay. Yep.
All right, next we got a psychopathic killer. Like, let's say they've killed 12 people, right? And their favorite way of killing was like skinning them alive, sure, till they died.
Okay.
Pretty big jump from a normal serial killer, I know, but like, ooh, I gotta put a pretty serious scenario on psychopath.
Okay. We'll rank the end in a bit, but he obviously is going straight to hell. Sorry. That's
Yeah,
just
no.
that.
These last
I can't
three, they're
justify
going
that.
straight to hell.
Okay, what's the next one?
All right, I'm just gonna drag it on there. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out a family term for these two.
Okay.
This first
Um
one, let's just call it a rapper, just
oh,
without one more P.
okay. So they're a rapper. Yeah.
Oh yeah. we're not we're not talking about the
Okay.
music kind. Yeah. Or like,
Yeah.
a plastic rapper. We're talking about, remove one P, please.
Okay. A rapper. Hmm.
Obviously, going straight to hell.
Yeah, yeah,
Borderline.
obviously going straight to hell. Yeah, you can't really justify that. And if I try to justify that, I'm gonna
Oh
look
yeah.
really fucking bad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're going straight to hell too,
I'm
buddy.
probably
You're
I'm
gonna be on
probably
the next
already
list with Mustache Man.
I'm probably already, frowned upon for my takes in this, but I feel like most of mine are just fine. Okay. I feel like most of my takes are just fine. This guy goes straight to hell though. Fuck him.
All right, next we got I know we're running through these last few pretty quick, but the next one is a child rapper. Yeah, obviously off of the
Yeah,
picture.
obviously.
Thought you guys would have knew who this one was. If you didn't know, it's a child rapper right there.
Point at Epstein. It's that guy right there.
All
Yeah.
right, it's this man. Yep, look at him. Get a real good look on him.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
straight to hell. Let's shove him down.
Let's rank the last ones in straight to hell.
Is that
Now,
it?
yeah, that's it. That's it. That's
Okay,
all.
that's it.
All
All right.
right.
What do we have in straight to hell?
Straight to hell, we have a serial killer, a
Mhm.
racist, a kidnapper, a psychopathic killer, a rapper, and a child rapper.
Man,
Not
this is gonna
pointing
make me look.
fingers.
This is gonna make me look bad, guys. Um, I think the racist should go to the very front of the list.
Yeah, we didn't say like how many they killed because it's just a general they can kill.
Okay. Yeah. No. Straight to the front. Straight to the front. Put him on the front of the bus.
It ain't. Oh, there you go. All right, yeah. I was having trouble dragging
All right.
it, but whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Um.
Okay. I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
All right. Next we got serial killer, kidnapper, psychopathic killer, and the other two.
The rappers. Okay.
Yeah, the hit duo, the rappers.
Okay. No. Don't duo them. Now everybody listen. Okay. I.
One's worse than the
All right.
other.
All right. Listen.
Yeah.
Hear me out. This might sound really fucked up. Okay. I think the rapper,
The
not the
original
child,
rapper.
not the original rapper,
Yeah.
should go right behind Rape It. Oh,
Whoa, 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 whoa! You mean rapper? You mean rapper?
Okay. I caught myself.
He meant
I
rapper.
caught
He
my-
meant rapper. He meant rapper.
I caught myself. I caught myself. We should put the rapper right behind the racist.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
Now,
you better have some good reasoning for that one. You gotta back that one up.
listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
All right, we all ears here. Okay.
Yep.
Listen. This is hard to justify,
That is
But-
pretty hard to justify, but all these are.
but listen. The simple fact that the person, the victim, is alive, and yes, they may live with trauma
Oh no,
for
they
the rest
will.
of their life.
They will. They will.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
I still think the joys and beautifulness of life is better in that scenario. Now, hold on.
Than having your life completely taken away.
Yeah, than just completely it being ended in whatever fashion you may see. At least you still get a chance at life, okay? That's my take on it. Yeah, you're gonna have a really, really bad rough patch, right? But however, you at least get to live. That's my take. And yeah, some people might want to flame me for that.
At least
But
you're
come on.
living though. I mean,
At
at
least you
least there's
living.
one positive to it. It's not like you're dead.
At least you can watch this.
Yeah, at least you
Yeah.
can watch this very fucked up video.
I mean, it's better than, being in hell or heaven. I mean, heaven would be better. But come on now. It's pretty good. Okay, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's not pretty good, but it's better than
Well,
that.
no, no, my listing and
Okay,
all right,
okay, okay,
I'd
okay,
say.
okay. Are
Okay.
you sure you want to put that above serial killer?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What's next? What's next? Okay, if
Next.
you're saying that, I think kidnappers should go next then.
Okay, yeah, kidnapper. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
Now
That makes sense.
I'll
I
reason
completely forgot
I'll
about it.
reason for this one because kidnapper, yeah, it is pretty fucked up. You got snatched out of a car and you're just a defenseless child, right?
Hmm.
You could be sold to like some rich guy in India.
You could also be sold to some rich guy in India who gonna touch you, right?
Yeah, like the
So,
child rapper over there.
yeah. So,
Or you could be saved. You could be saved. It's purely hypothetical. You could be saved.
oh man, did we say
Let's
viewer
say.
discretion is advised?
Oh shit, no, we didn't.
Okay, yeah,
We'll
we'll
edit it
we'll
in.
put
We'll
that in the
edit it
front.
in.
Yeah, we'll edit that in. Um, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
look. Okay,
kidnappers. I guess
I
the next
think
best way
I
to go.
think just because there's the possibility of being saved, I think that should go above rapper number one.
No, no, I don't. I really don't,
You
bro.
really don't?
I really don't because you have to think they're kidnapping a
Okay, wait, wait,
child,
hold
though,
on, hold on,
man.
hold on, hold on. I do see a reasoning for that, right? Because
Yeah,
let's say rapper number one is trying to you know, be a rapper. Let's put it that way.
yeah,
You could have a weapon
yeah.
on you, you know? Like
Okay.
you could have a gun, you could have a knife.
No, no. See, that's the thing. No, in rapper number one, we're gonna say they successfully rapped
Oh no. All
because
right.
I mean they're a rapper. You don't get that name just from going 50% of the way. So my whole reasoning behind putting that in second and straight to hell, it's simply because, oh man, that's hard to explain, man. I bet I look bad.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
bet I
you
look
kind of
bad.
do.
Okay. Damn, that's hard to explain. Okay. Um, I want to put it in the pretenses that the rapper number one, the victim,
Yeah.
is an adult. Okay.
Yeah, that's why we, separated
I
these two.
yes, yes. I think that any person, any adult in their right mind would save a child from that, right? So
Okay, yeah, yeah. The child rapper one, that's definitely
that's
way
that's the
below.
last.
It's
That's last.
yeah.
That's last. Like
It's
already. I was waiting to put that in last.
it's definitely way below the normal rapper cuz obviously any sane person wouldn't want to put a kid through that.
Yeah, see, that's what I've been trying to say. I'm bad with words. All right?
All right, I got you. I
So,
got you.
see, so like that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, I understand, I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody who has went through, things like that. I understand,
Yeah, we're not trying to
but
justify it by any means.
no,
This whole
no,
list is
no.
terrible.
This like no, no,
Maybe
nobody
not
who's ever done
maybe
that.
not the thieves or Somali pirates. Those are a little more
Yeah, no.
tame.
Everything in Straight to Hell, you know,
They
they're
all,
bad.
deserve the title. They all deserve to go straight to
Yeah,
hell.
but I mean, you see my ranking here.
You
I
could
think
argue that the serial killer could go. It's more tame than the child kidnapper. Then, if you want to go that route.
see, yeah, that's why I was really hesitant whenever you said, the well, the child trafficker,
Oh yeah,
because
sorry,
that's
sorry,
whenever it
sorry. I got the
gets
name mixed up. God damn it.
that's that's whenever it gets really finicky because I mean I genuinely believe any human worth something would want to protect any child from that. You would not. I'm sorry. I would put myself in any of these situations just so a child wouldn't have to, right? To shield a child. I think doing something to a pure creature like that, that's terrible. That is terrible. That is unforgivable. That is absolutely terrible. And I think they should be last. Now, I honestly think that the child trafficker, since there's leeway, because you don't know where the child's going. You don't know if they're going to be a slave or if anything terrible is going to
Yeah, because
happen to
it
them,
could be
or
very bad on the spectrum. Like, it could be
yeah,
like, yeah, you could be a slave, or worse. Not gonna say the other name, but you could be a type of slave,
yeah,
or you could be saved.
you
You
could
know?
be saved. See, so I would put them last simply because of the possibility and because it is a child. I wouldn't. I'd probably lump them up with the rapper number two. That's
So you want
that's
to
what I
put
do. I'd
serial
wrap that.
killer
I'd
below
put.
that?
I want to put serial killer right behind rapper.
Okay, and then after that you want child trafficker,
Well, serial killer, right?
or do you want them to be interchangeable? They could be interchangeable.
Yeah,
I
they
forgot
can be
about that.
interchangeable. Yeah, let's do that. They can.
Which ones are interchangeable though? I don't want to get this mixed up.
The child trafficker
Yep.
and
Yep.
the what's it called? Brain's disappearing. Uh, fuck.
Serial killer.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. Serial killer.
Okay, these two
Those
are
two,
interchangeable.
they can be interchangeable depending on the situation and what happens in the situation. If it leans too far on the bad spectrum, they're gonna get lumped up with the rapper number two. So, you know,
Yeah, cough, cough,
yeah,
cough, 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 cough.
yeah,
That kind
Epstein.
of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, these
So,
last two, I think they're in a pretty fair ranking, but
okay.
we can talk about them still. So
All right.
next we got the psychopathic killer that likes skinning people alive. Cough, cough, cough.
Okay. Um, see, that's a hard pick too.
Because
Because
that's
people,
10 people.
yeah, it's not it's just people. Like,
And
let's
but
just say
yeah, by the
adults
way,
here.
it's okay. I was gonna say of any age group.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, any age group. Like they could be from like I don't want to say below 8, but they could be like 8 and all the way to like 32 or like 56.
Wow.
I don't know. That might change the ranking, and I think it will. But had to spice it up.
That is fair. Um, what's last in ranking again?
uh, right now it's child
Epstein?
rapper. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Um, but they play with their victims, don't they?
Yeah. No.
They enjoy the killing part.
Mhm.
Wow.
At least a lot more so than the serial killer.
That is bad.
That is pretty bad.
Wow. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to put them in the end, man. Or at least,
You think
ooh,
they're
damn.
interchangeable?
No, I don't think they're interchangeable. I really
So you
don't,
think
because
there's
there's
a clear or worse? I don't think it's the clear or worse. I think they're both like terrible, like irredeemable levels of bad.
I mean, they're both irredeemable levels of bad.
Almost, yeah, everything on the to hell list is irredeemable.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what the original
So,
name was, but it was too long.
wow. I hope I don't look bad anymore. I hope I justified myself, right? Uh, yeah, I'd say we put the psychopathic killer right in front of the child rapper,
All right.
just because. Now, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I'll be real.
That's 10
That
people
is
he skinned.
10 people he's skinned, and wow, that is a bad way to go out.
Of any age group, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Which one do you think's worse? Physical trauma, or physical pain, or mental pain?
Okay.
Just,
Now, hear me out whenever I say this, okay? So,
I'm hearing.
being skinned alive, right? There's obviously going to be an end to that. Obviously, it's going to be like living hell in that moment. And trust me, that moment's going to live on because you can live without your skin for a little while, believe it or not.
Yeah,
It's still
true.
crazy. But, children are molded at such a young age We never set an age for, you know, who he's doing it to. But I'm not gonna say any age. But children are molded while they're young, you know.
Yeah.
So that's gonna stick with them a lot more than the normal rapper.
See, I understand your reasoning, and I
But
guarantee you
also,
people would. Yeah, go
also,
ahead.
if you're a child, you do have a lot more time to repress that because your brain isn't fully developed.
No, see, but that's bad.
I
That's
know that's
bad.
bad.
That's
That's really hard to say which one's worse because they're both equally terrible.
they're they're both equally terrible, right? But wow, man, that is throwing me for a loop. I keep interchanging them, but at the same time, I mean, there is no interchanging them. I have to bundle pack these two, man.
I think they're both tied for last place.
Yeah, because I can't come up for a reasoning for either. Like, there's no justifying that. There's no ranking that. I can't rank them.
Now, if it was just people above like 24 that the psychopathic killer is doing that to,
Okay.
I guess that's a little better. Not by much, but that's a little better. But we're
Dead
going we're
ass.
going with the worst option.
Okay, well, if we were going with the better out of the two, I would put the psychopathic killer in front of the normal rapper.
In front of the normal rapper.
Yeah, I would.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that's being skinned alive is better than being shot by like the normal serial killer?
Fuck.
Yeah, you gotta think that through.
Where is the normal killer at?
The normal serial killer is right below number one rapper.
You don't make it out of the serial killer alive, do you? There's no savior. Nothing.
No,
You just
no.
die.
This is the worst case scenario. He just shoot you in the back of the head.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, and it's the stalker type of serial killer, by the way.
Damn.
Like he gets your info. I forgot to mention that. He figures out whenever you're alone to get away with it.
No, Okay. So, racist, rapper number one,
Yep.
kidnapper, right?
No, no.
Wait, no.
You
It's
said
kidnapper's
kid.
interchangeable.
Yeah,
Kidnapper's
yep.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so then it's normal serial killer.
Yep. Normal serial killer and kidnapper are interchangeable, you said.
Yes.
And then after that, it's the last two were tied for last place.
Yeah, I'd have to time. There's no argument because I mean, if there's the slightest chance that they could be saved or something, but even if you were skinned alive, being saved, that would suck. Honestly, I'd rather die. I'd
Yeah,
rather die at that
yeah,
point.
because then you're gonna have to go through so many surgeries that could legit just break you.
Yeah, that is. I mean, I guarantee you, there's not gonna be anybody in here who's gonna flame me for being skinned alive or whatever. But for my ranking on them being skinned alive, but I'd have to.
Yeah, sorry to
I'd have to
break
put
it
it
to
in
you,
the
but if
end.
you're skin alive,
There's
you ain't here to watch
Yeah,
this.
if you're skinned alive,
How are you
you're
watching
watching it
this
from
video?
somewhere else.
How are you watching
You're
this
watching
video?
it here. You ain't watching it on the mortal plane. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That is bad, man.
I think that's the end of the list, though.
That's the end of the list. That's the end of that.
Yep.
I hope I don't get flamed for my opinions in this.
Yeah, please do not flame us. It's all hypothetical.
This is the first time we've done a tier list. If you look at the videos, it's the first time. If
Please put
you
recommendations in the comments about what we should rank
Yeah.
next.
And on top of that, if you thought it should have been ranked differently, let us know in the comments. Because I mean, some of ours you might have completely different opinions. I think some other things were completely unjustifiable, But my opinions here are kind of cursed. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
But I mean, I
You
I
were
did
definitely the
explain.
more evil one. You were definitely the
Oh,
more evil one.
I definitely explained, my reasonings, and they're all okay. Some were good, some are okay, but I mean, I didn't give you any weak ass reasonings, right?
Yeah, at least they were
So
all in depth. Yeah, I'll
they
give you
were all in
that.
depth. I went into it. I wasn't like, oh no, just because he's cool, he's cool, you know. So cut me some slack. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I have to say.
All right, see you.